Wow, y'all see this article, man? Brother sent this article out. First I'm gonna start off with giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakudash. Number one is the apostles of GMS, those who rule well. Salutations to the Akim, laboring in his truth and sincerity. Yeah, so this is in New York Post. The NYPD actually deploys a robot dog. A robot dog after a woman shot during a Brooklyn parking dispute. The point is that you see everything going on. Let me show you this right here too. There's a few articles, but keep in mind that they actually deploying robot dogs. You see now you know all the attention is dealing with the officers. Now they deploying robots. So so now you can't come at them. It'll be you dealing with a robot in itself. But all of this is due to what? This is all due to the sword drawn nigh. All right, and I'm gonna get that scripture. But you know, they had the robot dog out in another state. All right, and I'll show you how the robot dog looks. This is how it looks right here. It's from Boston Dynamics. You're gonna start to see these a lot. All right. It's funny that they released that, but you're gonna start to see that a lot. And what they can do, they scan the areas very well. All right. And the brother shared that out, Taiwan I am through the spirit. And also mentioned that, remember, that's how Mike X Johnson was killed by a robot. So here it is. This brother sent this article out. The brother Malakbar, that luxury buildings in Manhattan is hiring armed guards ahead of election day. So you seeing the robot dogs, you seeing the armed guards being hired. All right, but previous to the election day, right? Which the article mentioned itself that luxury buildings in Manhattan are ramping up security amid concerns that the results of the presidential election will spark protests. So they know that whoever being chosen is going to spark protests from the people. So you see the armed dogs by the NYPD. You see them hiring security. You got the feds up and down here. All right. So they already preparing. They're already preparing for stuff to pop off. They're already preparing for people to go crazy. So the Most High said, you know, Second Esdras 15 and 15, that for the sword and their destruction drove nigh. All right. And it's drawing nearer. And this article right here will show you too. You know, I just Googled it. And this is recent, 49 minutes ago. Gun sales are surging in the Garden State. You know, that's out in, it says South Jersey Bureau. That gun sales is rising, right? Here's another one. California gun sales is up amid COVID-19 pandemic fears, studies find. So all over the world, a lot of people, and not even a lot of people, particularly these Edomites, so-called whites, right? They're getting access to a lot of guns because they know that this world is basically the world is going to shit, man. And it's causing a lot of people to go out there and protest and wild out. So what does that go back to is the prophecy, which is in Second Esdras 15. All right, back to Second Esdras 15 and 15, which reads, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right, and one people shall stand up and fight against another." All right, now you got Democrats, you got Republicans, you got black versus white. You know, you also got gangs versus gangs. So the sword is at an all-time high. The sales is up. All right. Robots is being made. All right. They being put out and publicized through the NYPD right in Brooklyn. Right in Brooklyn, they had that dog out there. So the sword is drawn nigh. All right. That's a machine. All right. Used to lay down judgment. It says in swords in their hands. All right. How you know they're gonna the sword, the modern day sword is the gun. And we see that because we see that it says right here in the state of California, the sales is up. So, you know, right now, the prophecies is starting to unfold, and the tension between this election is causing people to prepare and arm themselves for a chaotic event to come. And You got different groups out there, militia groups. That's another way you see the sword drove now. You got the NFAC. Let's see. Let's Google them. NFAC. Let's actually look at see meet that this has been something that has been recent going on. The NFAC. Let's also look up right now. New militia groups. You know, this is what we're gonna start to see. And we're gonna start to see that more and more pick up all throughout the world. This is October 21. It says right-wing militia groups in the US election. You know, you had some individuals, I think, that tried to kidnap a politician. They arrested them. You know, the sword is drawing nigh. A lot of people are not trusting in the government. They see the COVID-19, they see the vaccinations, they see the way that is leaning to how who's gonna be picked and chosen, and they're not with the flow of how the government is doing things. So they're standing up, all right, and they arming themselves to pretty much govern themselves, because in order to enforce the law, you need power. So where's the power come from? It's come from their weapons, you know, and that's why you starting to see it. People wants to have the matter of fact, it's gonna say it in 2 Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be a sedition among men. That's the uprising against the ruler. That's against the governor, the one who's kicking the rules and invading one another. All right, you're gonna have people different areas. They're gonna be invading one another. Brother did a powerful video. He was showing, even explaining how a lot of these farms, when his food sources get shut down, cause yeah, a lot of you dudes out there, you're gonna be eating your sneakers. You know, hey, there's only a 3-day food supply. BJ shut down, and all these stores that you gotta wait for food to come be imported. All right, if food don't get imported, what you gonna do? All right, so it say invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's why they arming themselves, that they be able to have the power to enforce however rule that they want to do. You know, they don't want to wear a face mask. You see some girls stab somebody 27 times. They gonna flex. Listen, I'm not wearing it. They're gonna show they're gonna enforce it by their weapon. All right, so we see this is picking up, and it's picking up through biblical prophecy, but we actually seeing it unfold right now, and we can see it clear through the news articles. All right, so it reads, it said militia groups and other armed non-state actors pose a serious threat to the safety and security of American voters. Throughout the summer and leading up to the general election, these groups have become more assertive, with activities ranging from intervening in protests to organizing kidnapping plots targeting elected officials. So that's it. They actually came together, a group of them, and came to kidnap actual elected officials, man. Both the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Bureau of Investigation has specifically identified extreme far right-wing and racist movements as a primary risk factor heading into November. So the sword is drawing nigh. They're preparing. They're bulking up security. They're getting robots. You know, they're studying a lot. Some of these groups are, of course, Antifa groups that the government made up themselves to see individuals that would join them, you know, to see if that was your particular intent and heart is to join one of these things. And then, you know, you actually are the ones that they want to link up with this stuff, you know. But more or less, this year, it has been picking up. Again, fulfilling that 2 Esdras 15th chapter. This is what he's seen in the vision. He's seen exactly what's happening now. And then after November, even after brothers was saying, after November, you're really going to see the state of this world really break out into shit. There's going to be real live tension going on. Okay, depending on who actually gets elected. And a lot of people who are going to be bringing that smoke is going to be those so-called white people. All right, because remember, they're the ones who really got nigga. You Jake's got probably a little gun, and you worrying about the dude from the next gang or the dude from the next hood. Listen, man, these individuals, these so-called whites, listen, man, these guys got bombs, these guys got guns, these guys making machine. They got bunkers. They put well out prepared, you know. Best you could do is trust in the Lord. But right now, all right, Jake is asleep. Jake don't even see what's going on. All right, until it go down, that's when they're gonna be like, yo, oh shit. Right? It said both the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Bureau of Investigation have specifically identified extreme far right wing and racist movements as a primary risk factor heading into November, describing the election as a potential flashpoint for reactionary violence. All right. It says collects and analyzes information about the actions of state, non-state, sole proprietor, violence, and demonstration activity. Militia Watch tracks documents and analyzes. So they got different actual programs that they invested money into to let you know that the sword is drawn nigh. To have something called the Militia Watch, and be able to have money off that, that's because that's a big thing, Oh, that's a big thing that's starting to happen. Okay. So, these articles is just really used. The prophecy is going to be real. It's going to be spoken. The Most High, when he speaks something, it's going to be a sure word. God been speaking that there's going to be a full out chaos. That's a sure word. The articles is just that we see it more clear. All right. Because the scriptures say to be a watchman. All right. So you see the articles and we give off and warn the people to get right. Stop being some losers. All right. Get your mind right. Repent, try to walk this walk and be as righteous as you can, give one and put people in the proper mind frame, right? Because when it go down, when it do go down, at least they heard about it. You can never say you never heard about it. You can never say, oh, wow, I never heard this being spoken of. All right. You got groups out there called the Proud Boys. You got groups out there called Patriot Prayer. All right, you got the Boogaloo Boys. You got the People's Rights. All right, the group with the Bundy branch. Remember the Bundy branch? Don't forget about those dudes. Them dudes had a standoff with the actual feds, or I'm maybe mistaken, the FBI, and that was due to them taking over some land for their cattle. So these ain't just, these groups been out there. They've been on that type of time. And again, like I say, some of these groups may actually even be set up, but you're going to have a lot of people who's going to flock to these groups because they don't trust in the government. All right. A lot of people are not trusting in the government. They ain't going to want to take vaccines. They heard this about the vaccine. They heard that. All right. But when they say, yo, you can't eat or you can't enter here, you can't do that without the vaccine, then what are you going to do? And that's why people are joining these groups. Because they feel like, well, then they're going to have to enforce and they're going to have to take or they're going to have to defend themselves. And that's why the gun sales is at an all-time high. So the sword and destruction is drawing real nigh. Also, the Most High got a lot of spirits out there of vengeance. A lot of spirits of vengeance have been out there. The Most High is kindling beef between you so-called blacks. The Most High really is starting to judge. All right, the Most High got it out for a lot of you people out there. It's just a matter of time. The Most High is creating oppositions out there. All right, he's creating problems out there. And what the Most High want to do is he want to actually judge you. He want to judge a lot of our people too. All right, so that's what's happening underneath the sun right now. Underneath the sun right now, shit ain't no fun. It's getting real cold. It's getting, and we entering there might be a second phase, a second shutdown. We are entering a whole another realm. The elections is another big tension. So hey, right now you about to go into the days of Samhain, all right, aka Halloween. Where they gonna do all their demonic activity on the spirit, the left hand side. So it's gonna be a big thing. So here it is. 9 right wing groups. They got the Antifa. Okay, they got the Not Effing Around Coalition, which is the NFAC. That would be what you so-called blacks would be stick out. Black Panther parties as well. They got, so these are a lot of groups, man. That's on this watch. Look at this, man. Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, Lightfoot Militia, 3 Percenters. These are groups out here, and there are other ones that's not even a name like that. All right. So, you see, they just had another man, so-called black man, who was shot and killed, who was wielding a knife, and he was, had mental issues. All right. That's also now scarring individuals to go out there and protest of the so-called Black and Latino community, all right, because he was shot down. So you see the tensions is picking up. That's right in Philadelphia, right before election. So there's a lot of shit that's happening, and the Most High gonna keep building this tension up, all right, because he ain't gonna let down. This not going back to normal. If you thought that it's gonna go back to normal, everything gonna go back to normal, I'm waiting for that. It's not going back to normal. The Most High got it out for this place. This shit been piling up. There's been a lot of sinners out here, a lot of wicked individuals. And the Most High, like I said, man, he gonna bring this place into a full judgment, man. A full judgment. So 2021 is just gonna go to level 2. You know what I mean? It's gonna go. 2020 was level 1 for the judgment. This is about to go level 2, and it's gonna get higher and higher, man. Hey, you know. It's about to really happen and go down. Pay attention to the news, man. Like the Lord said, man, fast and pray. Fast and pray. Lord's word is edifying. Until the next time, shalom, and all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. And may the Most High be with those out there who's in sincerity of heart. Man, may the Most High continue to have mercy and grace upon us. Shalom.